The perfect blend of sports.
But I think the Niners are going to wear them down. Detroit Pistons lost their 36 games.
Comedy.
See over-under on that relationship lasting. I'm going to put mayo in the coffee.
Yes. I am beautiful. And a whole lot of Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Yeah. Pittsburgh.
Join Ryan McCormick.
That's at least 2 picks outside of our own in the first round next year. Oreo.
And host Frank Nicotero.
I look at the clock, I go, ah! Ah!
Oh! Watch Punchlines live at noon every weekday.
Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day.
I'm former Major League pitcher Andy Pettit. I teamed up with Tunnel to Towers after seeing their life-changing work with military and first responder families. Now we're expanding our mission to help veterans struggling with homelessness. We want to help them rebuild their lives not only by giving them a home, but by providing the services they need. Please join me in donating at t2t.org.
My name is Wally Joyner. I was a first baseman for the Angels, Padres, Royals, and Braves. I give the Tunnel to Towers because of what they provide for the veterans, the military, the first responders, the police, the firemen who go out and put their lives in danger for our freedoms. I think it's an incredible charity, an incredible foundation. Their goals of helping the families that protect us. I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The foundation is committed to delivering mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responder families with young children. Never forget.
Night racing's best bets are at Los Alamitos Racecourse. The Los Alamitos early and late pick fours with outstanding pools and big payouts. Here are some of our recent pools. The pool was over $214,000 on June 23rd and over $240,000 on May 26th. And the late pick four often has pools of over $150,000. And remember, our $10,000 pick six promo on Sundays. Night racing's best bets are at Los Alamitos, Saturday and Sunday nights.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Friday morning as we kick off another weekend looking at the great sport of kings, Las Vegas style, and we are here from your gaming capital of the world in Las Vegas at the studios and over the airwaves of the South Point Studio streaming network at YouTube. And we want to welcome all of you here on the YouTube channel. And if you haven't gotten used to doing it yet, just go to YouTube, hit South Point Studio in the search bar, click that, and you'll get to us. Click us, and you can see and hear us here on the Race Day Show for this Friday. And, of course, all of the other platforms that we have, like our local radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. All of the websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global, iPhone, Android with the apps. KSHP app will get you the radio station feed, and, of course, the YouTube app will get you the YouTube Studios streaming network feed. And, of course, anywhere you get your podcasting as well. We welcome you to the show, however, wherever, whenever, to the Race Day Show for today. Hey, guess what? Here in Las Vegas, sun is not shining today. Came in, and it's overcast and breezy, and we may have a sprinkle or two out there, but it's cooled things down. Right now, it's 89 degrees out, a little humid, too. We're going to get up to top off at 104, but by the time we get to Sunday, we're going to be under an extreme heat warning of 113 topper degrees there. So keep that in mind if you're coming on out to enjoy a little bit of Las Vegas over the weekend. That's the way it's going to be here. But more importantly, as we're looking at the weather conditions around the country, we understand that Florida may be hit with some sort of a hurricane-type conditions over the weekend. And we also understand that although Saratoga is looking great for racing today, they have forecast in the Saratoga area some rain for tomorrow, the big day of racing tomorrow, the Whitney day of racing. However, remember, it is Saratoga, which means that it's a hit and miss. At Saratoga, it's always hit and miss. The old saying is, if you don't like the weather, stick around for 10 minutes, it'll change. So we'll wait and see if those predictions from the weatherman are as good as our handicappers right now, okay? Let's hope the weatherman isn't, and we'll be in good shape then. That's for sure. Anyhow, we welcome you to this Friday show of Race Day. Got some breaking news for you. When I saw this, I just had to chuckle a little. Breaking news. Maximum Security has been disqualified officially from the Saudi Cup. Now, this is from the 2020 Saudi Cup. 4 years they've been waiting for that $10 million to be shifted over. Now the win money and the official winner will be Midnight Basu. You remember her? Yeah, Midnight Basu became the official winner of the Saudi Cup. They finally made a decision. It's official now in Saudi. Full written decision and sanction. They sanctioned Jason Service, who's doing a little time now. And they said he's been sanctioned. He's banned from ever training horses at Saudi Arabia. I'm sure that makes a big difference to him right now. But in any case, that's the deal. The association there in Saudi Cup, and the stewards and all the officials there have finally determined that Midnight Basu is the official winner of the Saudi Cup of 2020. And so it goes. Legalese, baby. It's legalese. When you get doing with the courts and officiating, it goes on forever. They're having that big round table, the round table at Saratoga, of all the officials looking at the state of racing and what they think they should do about it, okay? And so out of that round table, the Jockey Club round table at Saratoga, which is a very prestigious round table, I might add, they have decided that they need a renaissance in racing. That renaissance in racing includes redoing most of the major racing facilities to encompass multi-entertainment and offerings. Well, they started that back there at Gulfstream Park when they knocked that down. They made a mall and everything there. They did that. You know what they're doing with Churchill Downs. Year by year, they're making multi-million-dollar additions and changes there. Even Saratoga put up a new building with finally air conditioning in it at Saratoga. And we know about the huge renovation going on, the rebuilding of Belmont Park. So at least they are looking at that and knowing now that you just can't have a single facility. This all started with baseball when they started building the new baseball stadiums, and they had multi-entertainment facilities and functions for people to go to, just not the ball game, and upgraded all the food, etc. So they're finally getting hip to this in racing, and the racing establishments, the racing corporations that have seen this for a while are already starting to do something about it. So hopefully we'll go going in the right direction. They're also some of the racetracks are hiring influencers on places like TikTok and all that to influence the younger crowd to go to the races. The influencers are far beyond me. I don't know anything about influencers except maybe the term of what it means. All right. So anyhow, the Jockey Club Roundtable is doing that. And also at the roundtable, representatives of California racing are raising the red flag there, that they say that the horse racing in the state of California is in a critical time right now, okay? And it needs help in Southern California circuit. The Southern California circuit is hurting, they say. Now, they overpaid in purses for quite a while in California the last 2 years. And because of the fact that they don't have supplement revenues coming in from slot machines, etc., and since they're like a little island out there compared to the next closest racetrack, and of course with the closing down of Golden Gate, etc., the California racing is in a bind right now, and they made that present and known to the roundtable as well. So we'll wait and see if after all of this coverage that they're getting and all of the ideas that they have there at the roundtable will come to fruition somewhere and start solving some of the problems, that's for sure. So we got that going for us. And Craig Fravel, who was the vice chairman of Stronach Group First Racing, has moved on. He is no longer with the First Racing, the Stronach Group. He has moved on, and he is now part of a Brown Advisory Investment Group. So he got out of racing. Now, Craig Fravel was the president of Del Mar for a while. He was the president and CEO of the Breeders' Cup for a while. And like I said, he was vice chairman at Stronach. But now he's getting out of the racing business and going into the investment advisory business. That's got to tell you something, too. So we'll wait and see what's going on with strategies that's going on in racing. Now let's get to the stuff that we like, handicapping and horse racing, etc. Now, yesterday at Saratoga, again, a lot of different trainers winning races. John Kimmel won the first race. Mike Maker, who's staying hot, won the second race. Chad Brown won the third. Brad Cox came home with a winner in the fourth race, giving Manny Franco his second win of the day at 11:20. And then you had trainers like Rob Falcone Jr. and Rudy Rodriguez. Rudy Rodriguez won the sixth race with Jose Lascano on McDiesel that paid $10 even. And in the seventh race, this was a race that I got to talk to Jonathan Hardoon about when he gets on. The horse that finished first in the race was a horse called Honesprit. Honesprit won the race under Irad Ortiz Jr. Finishing second in the race was Complete Agenda with Flavian Pratt aboard. And there was a steward's inquiry followed by an objection by Flavian Pratt. Now, I'm sure that many people out there watching the show probably know more than me, but I don't remember Flavian Pratt ever claiming a foul on anybody during the races that I've watched that he's been running in for years here in the States. Well, he claimed a foul there after a long, extensive wait and review. They actually disqualified Irad from the race and gave Flavian Pratt the win with Complete Agenda, giving Rudy Rodriguez back-to-back wins as a trainer. Complete Agenda paid $16.20 for the win, and it seems like maybe the influences, in New York might be changing because it's been known by a lot of race players, from our observances only, that when Irad, pushes the line as far as, objections and race riding is concerned, sometimes he's crossed the line and not getting flagged for it, but now he did. And he got disqualified in favor of Flavian Pratt. So we'll wait and see. There might be a little bit of changing of influences there, that's for sure. Orlando Noda got a win, and Bill Mott and Junior Alvarado connected with the last race at $6.30. And the Glen Falls Stakes was won by McCulloch. McCulloch wins for the second year in a row this particular stakes. Back-to-back wins in the Glen Falls for McCulloch. Irad Ortiz Jr. aboard for Chad Brown, who was getting his second win of the day. McCulloch paid $6.60 to win, outrunning Parnack and Chop Chop in the feature yesterday at Saratoga. The only race at Saratoga yesterday that stayed on the grass course. Now, as far as today, they say everything's a go. Turf races will stay on the turf, and the main track races will stay on the main track at Saratoga because the weather looks great today at Saratoga. We're worried about the weather for tomorrow at Saratoga. As far as Del Mar is concerned, trainer John Sadler won the early double by himself. He saddled the winner, Super Speed, to win the opener for two-year-old fillies on the turf at 8:40. Came back in the second race on a claiming race with Bright Leaf for Juan Hernandez, paying $4 even. Bright Leaf, of course, was a selection by Rich Ing on the show. Neil Drysdale checked in with a win. Carla Gaines had a win. Vladimir Serin had a win, giving Juan Hernandez, his second win of the day with Champagne Cami, paying $6.20. And then a win in the sixth race by Pioneer Prince, Mike Smith, and Richard Mandela there. Phil D'Amato won the seventh race, and it wasn't on the turf, with Loretta Lynn and Kyle Frey paying $4.20. Owner Nick Alexander owned that horse and also owned the second place finisher in the race with a different trainer. So Nick Alexander runs 1-2 in the seventh, and Juan Hernandez gets his third win of the day at Del Mar in the last race, paying $11.40. Highest priced winner yesterday at Del Mar was that last race winner that paid $11.40. So a lot of the players figured it out. That was Peter Miller trained, by the way, there. And John Lindo's Lindo report did tag the late pick 4 on his sheet. That paid $84.30. The pick 6 paid $7,964.40. And for the most part, there were no big upsets yesterday at Del Mar. All right, we've got enough of all of that to get to. We got a lot to cover on this show. So Jonathan Hardoon is with us again, Rich Eng, John Lindo, and Jerry J. And, of course, your racing menu. So, and we want to tip a hat to a real professional, Miss Biles, at the Olympics. She is something else. She is really something else, and has represented the United States of America, USA, Team USA, very well. That's for sure. So we tip our hat to her. She is a true champion thoroughbred. No question about it. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, 777s, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3-2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai-Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Friday. Looking ahead to this weekend, boy, I hope we can get that weather to bypass Saratoga, because they got a great card there at Saratoga coming up tomorrow, and of course Del Mar as well. And of course, as you know, Del Mar has a late post time of 4 o'clock today. Looking at the weather across the country, as far as the temperatures are concerned, Miami 89, Washington 99 degrees. Wow. New York at 90. And they got a little precipitation going on there as well. L.A., 90 degrees, that in Southern California, so the racing ought to be well there today at Del Mar, which is, of course, adjacent to the ocean anyhow. Phoenix, Arizona, top out at 111. And Rapid City will get 100. Wow. Chicago, 84. And, of course, here in Las Vegas, we're going to top out at 103. That's the weather today. As far as racing conditions, as we say, it's pretty clear right now, but they're paying attention to a front that's coming through that may hit Florida big time over the weekend, and of course some parts of Saratoga up there as well, with another front there. So let's hope it bypasses those, at least Saratoga for tomorrow, and we'll wait and see. But here's your racing menu for today. These are the first post times that'll roll out in the race books today, and these will be the first post times in the Pacific time zone. So if you're listening here in the Pacific time zone, no problem. These are your first post times. If you're listening anywhere else around the world in many other time zones, adjust from the time zone you're in to the Pacific time zone so you don't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. First post times, Pacific. We begin with Laurel Park. Laurel Park has a first post time for 9 races at 9:25 today. 9:25, first post at Laurel Park today. Their Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $6,555 at Laurel today. Delaware Park is next. Delaware Park has 8 races. Their first post time at Delaware Park is at 9:30. 9:30 at Delaware Park today. Following that comes Balterra Park. Balterra Park has 8 races as well. 8 races at Balterra and a first post time of 9:35. 9:35 at Balterra. Gulfstream Park is next. They have 9 races today at Gulfstream. Weather's going to be okay today at Gulfstream. Pick 6 jackpot carryover. The Rainbow Pick 6 jackpot carryover stands at $38,103. And a first post time at Gulfstream for their 9 race card is set at 9:55. By the way, Balterra Park missed the carryover here. The Super High 5 carryover at Belterra is $20,490. It's a Super High 5 there. All right, we continue with Woodbine. Woodbine has a Super High 5 jackpot carryover, $27,374. That's their carryover in their Super High 5 there again. $27,374. Their Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $18,386. 8 races today at Woodbine. First post time is at 10:05. Then we go to Saratoga, upstate New York. Saratoga right now, they say it is mostly cloudy, 75 degrees. The track is fast. Turf courses are firm today. And so races 2, 5, and 8 will be contested on the Mellon Turf Course. Races 6 and 9 will be contested on the Inner Turf Course. And as I say, conditions are great today at Saratoga. No carryovers to speak of, and a couple of stakes races today. The 8th race will be the $400,000 Grade 2 Saratoga Oaks Invitational at 1 mile and 3/16 on the Mellon Turf Course for 3-year-old fillies. 7 were entered. There are 2 late scratches, however. Scratch number 5, Greenfinch, and scratch number 6, Sagista. The 6, Sagista, is scratched in that race as well. That'll leave just a field of 5 now, going the marathon distance of 1 mile and 3/16. Favorite there, big-time favorite, is Cinderella's Dream, which is 6-5 on the morning line before the scratches. William Buick, of course, in for the ride there. And then the 9th race is the $500,000 Grade 2 National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame Stakes at a mile on the inner turf course for 3-year-olds. 8 go to the post in that one. No late scratches, and your 5-2 favorite there is Neat with Junior Alvarado aboard. The National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame Stakes. By the time you say it, the race will be over. 10 races today at Saratoga. First post time is at 10:10 at Saratoga today. Monmouth Park is next. Monmouth Park has 8 races. Their first post time is 11 a.m. 11 a.m. at Monmouth Park today. Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $2,064. Colonial Downs is next. Now, they got a small pick 6 carryover of just $733. Colonial Downs is running 9 races today, 2 dirt races and 7 turf races. First post time is 1:30 at Colonial Downs. Then you have Santa Rosa, the Northern California Racing Fairs, now at Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa has 6 races, just 6 races today. First post time is 2:15 today at Santa Rosa. Penn National is next. They've got 7 races. Their first post time is at 2:45 at Penn National. Their Super High 5 jackpot carryover, $8,693. Evangeline Downs has 9 races, a couple of stakes races today. The $100,000 Louisiana Stallion Stakes is the 6th on the card. The 8-5 favorite there is Clearly a Test. And then the $70,000 Young Futurity for 2-year-olds, that's the 8th race on the card. And the favorite there in a wide-open event is Secret Faith at 2-1. 9 races today at Evangeline. First post time is at 3:30. Then you go to Charlestown races. They have a pick 6 jackpot carryover, $5,238. First post time at Charlestown for 8 races, 4 p.m. And then we get started with the Twilight Racing card at Del Mar. Good old Del Mar. First post time is 4 o'clock today, 4 o'clock Pacific time. The feature race is the Real Good Deal Stakes. 6th race, 7 furlongs for 3-year-olds. Scratch the 10 known idea. There's a field of 12 left to go in this 7-furlong event. And the favorite on the morning line is number 13, Shady Tiger at 9-5 with Juan Hernandez aboard. Again, 8 races today at Del Mar. First post time is 4 p.m. 4 p.m. at Del Mar today. Prairie Meadows is next. Prairie Meadows has a first post time also at 4 p.m. Prairie Meadows, 4 p.m. there. Their Super High 5 jackpot carryover, $8,730. They've got 10 races. The first 3 will be quarter horses. The last 7 will be thoroughbreds. And again, their first post time is also at 4 p.m. Emerald Downs has 6 races. Emerald Downs' first post time is at 7 p.m. Just 6 races at Emerald Downs. So all 6 races will encompass their pick 6 today. Pick 6 carryover, $1,652. It is a regular pick 6 with the regular pick 6 format. But with only 6 races today at Emerald Downs, the pick 6 will start in the first race, and that'll be at 7 p.m. Don't forget, here at the South Point, Australian racing will be conducted today. Australian racing here at the South Point. 4 Australian racetracks will be running later on in the evening here at the South Point. You can play the Australian racing here, kind of down under for this night. Okay, that's it. That's your menu for today. Let's bring in Jonathan Hardoon.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. It's a little overcast, but no rain expected today. However, tomorrow there's a good chance of showers throughout the day. But, you know, like you said, it's Saratoga, so it's basically hit or miss, and hopefully it misses.
All right. Well, all I got to say is that our chatters on the chat line are being kind to you as far as your selections are concerned. He said, Ira says...
It was a tough week, Ralph. What can I tell you?
Ira says, I am sure Hardoon can change his selections based on late scratches, weather, track conditions, and biases. However, when you make the picks at 7 a.m. for a race that could go at 5 p.m., a lot could change, and he is right. So he's giving you a little credit for the fact that you're doing it way in advance of, especially at Saratoga, where, by the way, the conditions can change really quickly at Saratoga.
And they've been playing with the track, Ralph. They'll give you speed on one day, and they'll scrape the track. You come back the next day, they add sand, and they turn it over. That's no excuse, though. You got to overcome it. That's your job. You're supposed to perform, and if you've done well over the years for a long time and you run into a slump, well, it happens to everybody. Look at Rudy Rodriguez, Ralph. He was 0 for 31 yesterday. Then he won the sixth or seventh race, finally snapping that long losing streak, and he came back in the next race and they put him up and took down Irad Ortiz. So Rudy, who was 0 for 31, all of a sudden is 2 for 33.
Well, here's the thing. I said on several shows before, first of all, I think Saratoga and Del Mar has been difficult for a lot of handicappers, including the ones on our show. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but the thing about it is I know you guys, your reputation, you do the hard work, you bet your horses, and everybody goes through a slump. The greatest of jockeys, the greatest of trainers, and even the great horses. Even Man of War got beat, So we will stick to what we are here for, and sooner or later it'll start turning around. Any thoughts about either one of the two big stakes races today at Saratoga?
Well, the eighth race is now the Facing-Tipton Saratoga Oaks Invitational is now down to a 5-horse field, and the 1-horse Cinderella's Dream from Charles Appleby will be odds on, and deservedly so. She's just better than these, and it's a short field, short price. You don't need it, but if you're playing horizontals, well, you have a single there. And as far as the National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame, that's the 9th race. It's a Grade 2, $500,000 race. I like the Brad Cox horse in the Army Officer, a 3-year-old colt that is getting better with each start. Frankie Dettori now riding horses for Cox up here. He rode yesterday Chop Chop in the feature. I think he finished 3rd. But he's getting on Cox horses here, and this horse certainly figures, and I think is the horse to beat, and you're getting 7-2.
And Frankie Dettori, of course, aboard their Army Officer in the 9th race, and Cinderella's Dream looks like pretty much a gimme now with those 2 late scratches, because both of those horses did figure for the outcome and the shape of the race that are now out in the Saratoga Oaks. All right, Jonathan, taking a quick look. By the way, the weather conditions, now they're talking about the weather conditions for tomorrow. Is that because of some monsoon conditions? Because the weather map doesn't show like a front going up through there. There's a little bit of action going on down in New York City. Is that little front going to kind of make its way up to Saratoga, you think?
Probably. A lot of times that bad weather in Florida hits here a day or two later, but I don't know. Florida's supposed to get slammed, so maybe it'll come on Monday, Sunday or Monday, I should say, but they are calling for like 70% chance of showers throughout the day, so 70%, usually you're going to get something.
Well, let's hope that the grass races don't get decimated too much. But boy, when you take those races off the grass at Saratoga, it just blows up those turf races. But we will wait and see as far as that's concerned. But today we're looking for some winners. So, Jonathan, what do you got for us, buddy?
Just one thing on yesterday's DQ, Ralph. You said it. You said it best. Flavian Pratt. There are certain riders that never ever claim foul, and when they do claim foul, you could be sure it must be something serious. Flavian Pratt, I can't remember the last time he's ever claimed a foul. Same thing goes for Johnny V, Mike Smith, especially the old-time riders. If they're going to claim a foul, you got to respect it. They're not just looking, for an acting job or to try to win some sort of Academy Award. If they're claiming foul, something happened. And for that reason, I think, as much as the fact that if you watch the replay and you watch it from the angle they showed, he was certainly forced to check out. Irad took his position, and it was the right call. It really was.
I got to say one thing about technology and the use of technology in racing, and that drone shot over the horses is one of the most efficient and clear video of any type of infraction, etc. You could really see it pretty clear from there instead of the angles that they have, trackside, etc. So that was a good plus. That was a good addition for horse racing, good technology addition for horse racing. But yeah, I thought he might have. I thought it looked like he might have clipped heels too.
Yeah, he crossed up. Yeah, you're right. I thought he clipped heels also. And you're right, Ralph. For years, always, you were never able to make a call going into the turn because they never had an angle or a camera shot that picked up going into the turn.
Yeah.
But now with the drone following them around the track for the race, you get to see everything. And it really should make the steward's life much easier. Let's see if it does.
Well, yeah, at least it'll make you. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to get into an editorial about the stewards and whether their life is easy or not. But in any case, it is a very good, useful tool, that's for sure. And not only that, but it gives you a lot of beautiful artistic shots of the racetrack, etc., and the racing facility as well when they go to breaks, etc. So, all right. So, what are we doing at Saratoga today now for your pick?
Okay, we're gonna look at the second race today, Ralph. A mile and a 16th on the turf course, and the one horse, which is part of an entry with the 1A Paxation. There are no scratches in that entry. They're both going to go, but I really like the number one horse in here, Triumphant Road. This is a 5-year-old gelding from the Eddie Barker barn. Rider switch today to Ramon Vasquez. The last couple of races at Monmouth, he was hung out in an impossible post position. Can't win from the outside there on that turf course. Draws inside today, 10-1 on the morning line. We're in a slump, Ralph, but we don't back down. We have an opinion and we stick with it. I like number one, Triumphant Road, 10-1 on the morning line to upset and win today's second race out at Saratoga.
Well, Mr. Hardoon, at 10-1, we like that juicy play, that's for sure. And by the way, James, who was chatting with us, says, let's take the rubber band off and get serious today. So I hope we can, James, for you. In the second race, number one, Triumphant Road. What about Del Mar, which will probably be concluding right about the time that you go to bed?
Yeah, you're right. I'll probably be sleeping by the race I'm giving out. Yeah. I like the seventh race today, a mile on the turf. It's a maiden event. And the number 8 horse in here, Lovin' on the Road, a 4-year-old filly from the Carla Gaines barn. Juan Hernandez aboard to ride. She's listed at 4-1 on the morning line. Stretches out in her third start back off of a layoff. She's an improving horse, getting better with each start. Carla Gaines won a race yesterday. Juan Hernandez won a couple of races. 4-1 on the morning line. Number 8, Lovin' on the Run, wins tonight's 7th race out at Del Mar.
Oh, we like the name of that horse, number 8, Lovin' on the Run. The 8 in the 7th race. Jonathan Hardoon's play at Del Mar. Full sheets for Del Mar and Saratoga available at his website. And Jonathan, let's get it done today, buddy.
Absolutely, Ralph. Thank you. Stay safe, be well, and we'll chat tomorrow.
All right, you got it. And when we come back, we will have Rich Eng standing by, and of course, John Leno and Jerry J. Yet to go, so don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
Hello, I'm Dennis Quaid. For years, Tunnel to Towers has demonstrated a commitment to first responders and military families. They've paid off mortgages and built specially adapted smart homes. Now the foundation is expanding its mission to eradicate veteran homelessness. Please give our veterans a chance to reclaim their dignity by donating at t2t.org.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grandview Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, 'cause you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Yang standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Rich, I got to ask you, the Hall of Fame game last night, they got through most of the game, but they had to call it because of bad weather, lightning, etc. So it wasn't a complete game. When you're betting these games in the book, do they refund the money, or is it, what's the cutoff point to make it an official bet, official game? Do you know?
Yeah, Nevada sportsbook rules is a football game, whether it's college or pro. You have to play 55 minutes, and the game did not go 55 minutes last night. It was canceled in the third quarter, so the bets were refunded on the game. And if folks here in Vegas remember a few years ago, this actually happened when Wisconsin came in to play UNLV over at Sam Boyd Stadium. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe a vehicle knocked over a power pole, and the game had to be called in the fourth quarter. But they had not played 55 minutes, so all the Wisconsin bettors who had bet the Badgers had their bets canceled instead of a win. Because remember, Wisconsin was blowing out UNLV, but the game didn't go 55 minutes.
Well, luckily for us, then we're going to get our money back because you thought that would go under. But believe it or not, at the end of the play, it was 21-17 in favor of the Bears. And I got to tell you, it didn't look like a Hall of Fame game to me. It looked these guys were pretty sharp on both sides of the ball. It looked like a regular, good old NFL football game.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. You know, they were sharper than usually you see in the first game like that, where it's pretty vanilla. But I think the commentary that's of most interest out of the game, Ralph, was the new kickoff rule. I don't know if you had a chance to see it.
That's fun. That's fun to watch. I don't know how they're going to adjust to it, but that was fun. It'll be interesting to watch, and it'll be interesting to see how they gauge the point spreads with the new rule on the kickoff. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And we're just starting in football, that's for sure.
Yeah, just a quick note. I mean, if people are under the impression this is a brand new rule and that they're just trying it out, it actually has been tested in the UFL for the last 2 seasons. So that's where the NFL is actually experimenting with rules changes, is in the UFL during the summertime.
Yeah, and it is devised to try to cut down on injuries in the kickoff, that's for sure. Okay, time to get started. You gave us a nice winner at Del Mar yesterday. Got bet down, but a winner is a winner. Brightleaf got there at $4 even. And we know that you have a full sheet for Del Mar again today at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. Where are we going? We're going to parlay that money.
Del Mar race number 2, Ralph. It's a bottom of the barrel maiden claiming race for $20,000. It's an abbreviated distance at 5.5 furlongs. Let's go with number 2, Annie Fox, 6-1 in the morning line with Emily Ellingwood riding for Ryan Hansen. This horse dropping down in class a little bit more, Ralph, to this bottom level. But the main thing for me in the race shape is that this horse looks like lone speed. So I expect Ellingwood to just send, try to save as much horse as possible, and try to open up at the quarter pole, and hopefully they don't catch her. So let's go with number 2, Annie Fox, race 2.
All right, easy to remember. Second race, number 2, is the play from Rich Yang. And, of course, that race ought to go about 4:30 this afternoon. So the second race, the 2-horse, Annie Fox, Rich Yang's play off of his sheet. The rest of his sheet is available right now at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. Thanks a lot, Rich. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
One final break, and John and Jerry wraps it up. Don't go away.
We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside. Or maybe you're in the mood for seafood. Big Sur Oyster Bar has fresh seafood prepared right before your eyes. Savor freshly shucked oysters, crab legs jambalaya, shrimp and lobster. Beers on tap and a selection of fine wines are perfect to pair with your seafood favorite. Whether lunch or dinner, you'll love this fun atmosphere, located just off the casino floor. Ready to shake things up? Step back in time and treat yourself to one of the oldest restaurant chains in the country. Steak and Shake, famous for original mouth-watering steak burgers and hand-dipped milkshakes in a variety of flavors. For some old-fashioned fun, try Steak and Shake.
The traditional $2 pick six at Los Alamitos is always a great bet. And when there's not a pick six carryover on Sunday nights, we'll add $10,000 to the pick six pool. Every Sunday night, we'll have either a pick six carryover or the 10,000 pick six promo, leading to gigantic total pools, like the $286,000 pool on May 19th and over $269,000 on June 8th. The traditional $2 pick six, a great bet, a great deal, always at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Now we're going to go out to John Lindo standing by. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
Well, one of our chatters wants to know, Ernie wants to know when you're going to come back into town and be in studio here.
Well, I've got some media duties at Del Mar through the meet, so I will be back shortly after they finish. I can't wait to get out to the South Point. So probably that first weekend after they finish here, maybe September 15th, something like that.
All right, good. Well, we'll be waiting for you here in the studio, that's for sure. Your Lindo report available only in one place here in Las Vegas, and that's here at the South Point Racebook, free of charge exclusively, and it will be here as well today. The Lindo report covering all the races, the suggested late pick four, and of course all the goodie information. Yesterday's suggested late pick four on your sheet one. It was a day when a lot of short-priced horses come in, but nevertheless, your pick four, a suggestion on your sheet, paid $84.30.
Right. We turned a profit, not a big one, but you play the cards that you're dealt, and we'll go on to the day and try and make it three in a row.
John, tomorrow will be the Clement L. Hirsch, and this race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, and it seems like there are 8 in the race, but it all centers around Bob Baffert's Adair Manor with Juan Hernandez aboard.
Right. She's in good form, obviously. She won the Apple Blossom 2 back, and she's dominated the Southern California fillies, but it's a little different race. You've got some shippers coming in from the East Coast, which is great. You've got Pretty Mischievous and Scylla, and I don't have it in front of me, but another one. But they're all getting a race over this track at Del Mar because that's where the Breeders' Cup is. So great to see some new competition for her. And the problem is she looks like the only speed, and she'll be tough to catch.
Well, I got to tell you, I think that Scylla might be able to stay close enough to her, and I would like to see how Scylla matches up with Adair Manor, especially on the morning line at 6-1 versus 3-5, and probably bet right down to that price at the track as well. Anything that we take from yesterday at Del Mar that we can apply to today with the late post time of 4 p.m.?
Well, the main track was dull. You saw 2 races at a mile going over a minute 40, and you saw a couple horses come from out the pace. So it definitely changed a little bit. We'll see if that continues today with the late post time. The other news that came out yesterday, Giovanni Franco has a fracture in his shoulder, so he will miss the rest of the meet. He's okay, but they did a little extra work to check what was going on. His knee was bothering him, and then he went and checked out his shoulder. He's got a crack there. So,
wow.
That was a nasty fall he took about a week ago.
Yeah, it sure was. Well, he can bask in the sunshine at the beach for a while, as long as he's okay. All right, Del Mar today, what are we doing?
I'm going to go to that 7th race like John Hardoon. It's a good race to look for value because it's pretty wide open. I fell on number 1, Sweet Delta Dawn, who I thought ran pretty well in her U.S. debut. Got in a little bit tight quarters down on the rail last time. Was only beaten 2 lengths. Draws the rail again. There's some speed that she can sit behind, or she can make the lead if they want to go from the fence.
Right.
Umberto Rispoli gets to ride her back, and it's 6-1 on the morning line. I think there's value there. Number 1, Sweet Delta Dawn. Race number 7, Del Mar.
All right, Del Mar, 7th race, number 1, Sweet Delta Dawn. Now I got a Siraco play, the 1881 exacta box for me, but you like the 1 in that race. And by the way, the Lindo report, in addition to that late pick 4, had 5 of the 8 races picked right on top. The Lindo report right now here at the South Point for today, free of charge, first post time 4 p.m. And John, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
You got it, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right. Now we go to Jerry Jacovitz standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
Well, I know that you will listen to John and his pick, and you know that Jonathan Hardoon had a play in that race as well. And I know it's on your sheet in that race as well. So I'll wait and see what you give us for.
Well, my play is going to be in the 7th race also.
Yeah, I know. I saw that coming. So we're going to wait and see there. I might have a 3-horse trifecta box going on there. But before we get started with that, we'll move back to Saratoga for today's racing. And thank goodness they're on the turf, and the track and the turf courses are in good shape. Track Fast Turf Firm. So let's hope we get a good racing card in today at Saratoga. Where are we going with the pick?
Yeah, let's go. Let's play on the turf. We'll go to the 6th race, Ralph.
Okay.
Number 1, Gilded Kraken for Joe Sharp. I mean, these are kind of cheap maiden claimer types that, struggle at the bottom of the level. But he's very consistent and races every month. You'll see race March, April, May, June, July. And he always puts in a good effort. He's a hard-trying horse. And as they do, sometimes they start to get a little faster when they're 4 or 5 years old. He's a 4-year-old gelding. He looks like he's getting a little faster. And I think he's a little better than these. Grabs the rail, which I think is an advantage, and has Louis Saez up. And I know he doesn't have a very good record this year, but he's an awfully good rider. So I like the 1 horse at 5-1 in race number 6. I'll play the 1 over the 3, 4, 5, and 6. Do my reverses, but I'm all about the 1, Gilded Kraken, in race number 6 at Saratoga.
Does this horse have any speed, or are we looking for him to tuck in at the rail and make a run late?
I would think he would tuck in and follow the pace and swing out in the stretch, but we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll go to the lead.
All right,
but I don't think I don't know.
All right, 6th race then we just want him to finish first at the wire, right?
Right. But the trick is he should take the rail all the way. That's a big deal to me.
6th race, the 1, Gilded Kraken. Link-ups are 3, 4, 5, 6 in reverse. The 1 in the 6th race, Saratoga. And now we'll go to the 7th race at Del Mar, and Jerry will give us his pick.
Yeah, I'm loving Hannah Buckle. This 3-year-old filly raced twice in Ireland last year as a 2-year-old at 7 furlongs. Came back, ran once at Santa Anita, going 6.5. Flew home. I just think distance is what she wants. I want to give her a shot at 8-1. I'll take the 3, Hannah Buckle, and play the 3 with the 1, 4, 8, and 10.
Okay. So now here you have the 3, Hannah Buckle, and your link-ups include the other 2 horses picked in the race. 1, 4, 8, and 10 are your link-ups with the 3. And now that you came with the 3, John has the 1, you have the 3, and Jonathan Hardoon has the 8. So it looks like a 3-horse exacta and trifecta box for a Siraco play for me in that race. And as John said, the race looks like, out of the races today at Del Mar, a race that could produce some nice payoffs in it. And that's why you guys obviously all kind of centered on that race at Del Mar today. So you like the 3 in the 7th race.
I surely do.
Okay, and the
I like it more. When nobody likes my horse, I like it even better.
Okay, good enough. Power Pages for Del Mar and Saratoga available at jerryjspowerpage.com. All right, we wrap up this Friday show. Wishing everybody good luck out there and certainly safe travels for all of the horses and the jockeys today. We'll be back tomorrow morning on our Saturday show, 7 a.m. post time for us. In the meantime, one more thing to say. Say it quick, Jerry.
Have a great race day, everybody.